Alright YouTube, what is happening? Been a while since we did a video, so I just wanted to kind of do a little bit of a update and kind of give you like a little bit of a gear dump of what I took on my camping trip just recently. I went up to Island Park, Idaho, spent a few days up there in Yellowstone, and this is most of the gear, obviously, besides, you know, your typical camping stuff that I had up there with me and I use quite often. So just want to kind of go over that, and a lot of it is some old gear that you've seen on the channel, a lot of it may be new. So first off, we'll start. I carried my PQ subcompact the entire time I was there, with the Olight PL Mini 2. Never needed that, which was good, but I had it on me all times. The one tool I think that got used the most was this, and this is an awesome tool. I've done a review on this a long time ago. I've had this thing for quite a while. This is the Workshop Field Sharpener. And I know they just came out with a new sharpener that's kind of a folding one that has a pocket clip, and it has like a, I believe it has a ceramic rod and a strop. I gotta tell you, it's like 40 bucks. These are like $20, I think, or less. I'll put a link in the description of Amazon. And this thing is awesome. It has 2 diamond stones, a coarse and a fine. It's got a ceramic stone that has different settings, you know, for, you know, like your fish hooks, fine edge and coarse edge. Ceramic stones, that's your coarse. I want to go to the fine. You got to go all the way over to the fine. Then if you want to do your fish hooks, you can do it on there. But really cool. It's got the guides for 20 degrees. It's got a nice little finger hold. So my son's Kershaw he had with him. It's his little pocket knife he's had for a while. It's like a Kershaw Shuffle or something. It was super dull, so I just took it to the sharpener. I didn't even use the coarse diamond. I used this just fine diamond and the ceramic. Got it really sharp. We ended up sharpening the kid's hatchet. I had some scouts with me, and you know, just a really great tool to have in your bag and your kit for when you're camping or just out in the field, because you can pretty much sharpen any knife with it. I mean, it's got diamond stones. You could easily sharpen, you know, a S30V or higher even steel with this in the field. I also had, so that got used a lot. So did this Mora. Hadn't had a chance to use this in a long time, and I thought I'll grab the Mora, and this is the Kanzable, and take it up there and just give it a little use. And it was used to start a fire, baton some wood. Did a great job. Still very sharp too. Haven't had to sharpen this one yet, which is surprising considering the amount of use I put on it. So also had my 3V, or not my 3V, my Survive knives. It is 3V still, but the GSO 4.1, I've had this for years, and this is my absolute favorite fixed blade ever. And I should, if they weren't so flipping hard to get, I would own more of them, but I ended up having to get this one secondhand, and I've had it for years, and it's like just my go-to fixed blade for outdoor use. It's like, I think it's perfect size, perfect ergonomics. It's got the nice Firesteel notch, 3V steel, super great, comfortable, my car handles. I have a leather sheath and a Kydex sheath for it that I use, but I carried that. Also carried, and I used probably this one a lot, was the Spyderco Shaymin, especially when I was like in the park in Yellowstone, and or in the campsite and stuff. Just a good hard use folder that I'm a big fan of, so I had that up with me, used that quite often. For lights, I had, I love a headlamp for camping, and I used this Olight HS2. It's a fantastic little, it's almost like a running headlight. It's supposed to be really lightweight, which it is. But I love the wide beam it has, and it has this adjustability to kind of go straight down, you know, look up. So you're not blinding people in the eyes, but you can see the ground in front of you. And it has the rechargeable battery pack, which, and I haven't recharged this thing in forever, and it's still got, it's 3 bars. And your activation here is on the side. So, nice little light. Definitely use this a ton. Especially at night. Alright. 2 other flashlights I had on me. This one I just got. I'm going to kind of testing this out for EDC. It's the Olight i3T EOS. And this is the one that comes, well, this is the only one they have, and it comes on a low. And then you can go at a high by double clipping. There's your low. There's your high. Kind of like the Streamlight USB that I carry daily. A little bit smaller. It does not recharge. You know, you have to. It just came with a typical AA battery or AAA battery. So I'm trying that one out. They had a sale recently. I got this for a pretty good deal, plus the little free keychain light they give. I also was using this Nightcore Mt2 1C, which has the ratcheting head, which is kind of a fun thing. It has a magnet, so we were able to put it on the table and use it kind of as a lantern. And then, you know, you can clip it on your pack and kind of have a light like this. So this is a pretty versatile camping light. Yeah, so just tried a couple different pieces of gear out when I was up there. Just is kind of what I used mostly. And just to give you guys kind of an idea what I took on my trip. Yeah, just wanted to make a quick video. It's been a week or so since I uploaded something and I've been gone, obviously, so that's why. So I wanted to kind of show you, you know, what I took on a camping trip. We also started a fire, of course, and I was teaching my son and his buddy basically how to start a fire from scratch, and we had just used what was in the campsite, and it had rained, so a lot of it was wet. And I used like one of my emergency fire kits because I realized, you know, I didn't bring up my usual fire kit, and I used one that was in our vehicle to start the fire. And then the other adults came and they had firewood. They're like, "Oh, glad you started that for us." So, but it was fun to teach them how to, you know, start a fire with basically nothing. We did end up using a cotton ball just because it was very wet out there. It was hard to start the tinder and kindling we had because it was all wet. So that really helped quite a bit, obviously. And I got to tell you, of all the fancy fire starters that you can buy, it's hard to beat a Vaseline coated cotton ball. It just really is hard to beat. It's one of the most effective, burns a long time, ignites instantly, and yeah, it's so super cheap to make. I just don't see. I sit here and have all these fancy fire starters, and I said, you know, why not just make a ton of those and just have them within every kit you have, and you're always gonna be able to start a fire. But all right, guys, it's kind of a rambling video. Thanks for watching. I'll have some more content come up soon. Got some new knives coming very soon. Some new knives from Drop. The next one I'm doing a video on should be I'm looking up the name of it. I think it's called the Rain. Yeah, it's called the Rain. It's a Kirby Lambert design, I believe. And I don't know if these are actually available yet. I can't remember if these are on drop right now or they're coming soon. But it's a Kirby Lambert design made by Riot Knives. So then I'll have the links, also a Kirby Lambert design coming. That may be a while on that one though, just because it's part of the pass around group. So yeah, there's a few new ones coming. That's the recent one I'll have a video on, unless I purchase something here in the meantime. But nothing's really catching my eyes these days for new knives. It's kind of a lull. The last new knife I got was that Para 3 Maximate, not on the table, but I've been carrying using that one a lot. But haven't done a video on it just because it's a Para 3. I've reviewed quite a few of those, but haven't really tested the Maximate steel to its potential or anything yet. Just everyday use. It's held up great so far, you know, just from a lot of cardboard and food prep and things of that nature. I wouldn't expect it to get dull anytime soon. So, alright guys, thanks for watching the video, and we will see you next time.